Lincoln and third parties use essential and non-essential cookies to provide, secure, analyze and improve our services, and to show you relevant ads including professional and job ads on and off Lincoln. Learn more in our cookie policy. Select Accept to consent or reject to decline non-essential cookies for this use. You can update your choices at any time in your settings. Accept, reject, agree and join Lincoln. By clicking Continue to join or sign in, you agree to Linkedin Euro's trademark user agreement, privacy policy, and cookie policy. Sign in to view more content. Create your free account or sign in to continue your search. Sign in. Welcome back. Email or phone. Password show. Forgot password. Sign in. Or, by clicking Continue to join or sign in, you agree to Linkedin Euro's trademark user agreement, privacy policy, and cookie policy. New to Lincoln. Join now. Or, new to Lincoln. Join now. By clicking Continue to join or sign in, you agree to Linkedin Euro's trademark user agreement, privacy policy, and cookie policy. Lincoln. Lincoln is better on the app. Don't ya Euro's trademark have the app. Get it in the Microsoft Store. Open the app. Skip to main content Lincoln articles people learning jobs games get the app. Join now sign in. Hate and fear the police. Report this article. Momina Randhawa. Momina Randhawa. Legal and Communication Specialist. Life Coach. Published October 21, 2019. Plus follow. Why do people hate the police so much? Is it because the public hates anyone who appears to have power and authority over them? While there are people who have the utmost respect and praise for police officers, there are others who cringe at their very mention. There are people who have experienced police brutality, killings and even corruption, and as a result there are stories all over social media about the negative aspects of the police and how people feel about them. The police are constantly compared to the army, which amazes me. The army protects the borders of the country and the people from external threats. Resultantly they have zero or minimal interaction with members of the public. The police interact with the public every day and on a regular and consistent basis. Army personnel and police personnel are trained differently to have a diverse skill set, pertinent to the job that they do. We perceive the army officers to walk around with their life in the palm of their hands, while in fact the police officers do that on a daily basis. A constable makes decisions and judgment calls every day when faced with a situation and does not have the privilege of leaving the decision-making to a senior officer. Whether we like the police or hate them, they are essential for our everyday safety and security as citizens of any country. Without the police, there is no doubt that there would be anarchy, lawlessness and chaos on the streets. We would live in constant fear of any one Euro's trademark's ability to hurt our families for us and get away with it. The police are essential to keep us all in check, and maybe that is the problem. Whether we agree with the laws, rules and regulation or not, we are bound by them. Non-compliance will be met with a consequence, the prescribed punishment or fine. People who constantly criticize the police, even abuse them, will most often call upon them when they are needed, which is hypocritical and contradictory to the behavior or opinions previously expressed. People who hate the police will often contact them for assistance when they are affected by crime themselves, even if they have a criminal background themselves. So why do people hate the police, when they are there to serve and protect us and there is ample evidentiary proof that they do their job well? There are no doubt people who have had a justifiably bad experience with the police or have been met with unfair treatment. This rationalizes their dislike of the police. What about the others? Is it the police that are actually hated, or is it the uniform, the authorities, the control and power that affects certain people who have no real reason to hate the police? For many people who hate the police, the psychology that is at work is most often about the power and authority that the police exemplify over us all and not the actual person wearing the uniform. However, that person then becomes a target for our hate and or abuse. We may not have any experience with the police, first-hand or second-hand, but we still have an opinion. I witnessed a scene at a checkpost recently, where the police stopped a car for a random check. The police officers greeted the person in the car with a reasonable degree of friendliness and respect and asked him to show them his neck. At this point the civilian started resisting and arguing because he was stopped. He doesn't Euro's trademark like the fact that the police can stop him, and that he is now being asked questions. The question is, why is this person becoming so negative towards that police officer when that police officer is simply asking for identification, which is what he is ordered to do. It is for some people the power and authority that police officer represents. The person being stopped is now being met with authority, and it is this authority that is causing the resistance and the hatred now stirring in them. This begins the cycle of power. The police officer remained calm and responded by conveying more power and authority, resulting in greater resistance. The gentleman's trademark voice getting louder and inappropriate use of words. Most police officers, if not all of them, have a very natural and profound ability for detecting attitude and resistance in people standing before them. Is it not this man who is asking the officer to treat him with more severity than is necessary? This man gave the police officer the power and the authority to exercise that power over him. It is not the experience, but what comes from that experience that leads to hate. When we react negatively towards their mere presence, we are in truth digging ourselves a hole, and for most of the time we will lose that battle. In most such cases the police officer will have the final say in one way or another. He understands us more than we understand him. He knows our state instantly. He is there to protect us. We need to let him do his job. Police officers put their own lives at risk in protecting the property and lives of others. They stand for hours on end in extreme weather conditions for their daily duties. They don't trademark have the privilege of a relaxing weekend. They often miss their children's trademark birthdays and school events because of some pressing law enforcement issue. They fight battles that are not their own. They spend sleepless nights chasing criminals and poring over evidence to solve a case. They witness abhorrent crime scenes, come into contact with the most depraved members of society, and yet by the very nature of their calling, they arouse some bad feelings. We know that while it's the government that restricts citizens, people can abuse something as abstract as a legislative body. The police, as the most visible symbol of the government, must face the brunt of the public trademark's anger and resentment. With such a precarious role to play, the most a police officer can hope to do is keep public resentment at a minimum through his own exemplary conduct, often in the face of extreme provocation. Police officers are held accountable for their behavior to a higher standard than most other public officers. There is no doubt that there are people in the police force that incite hatred due to their behavior, but are they in the face of a force of 250,000 officers? I admire these officers who run towards danger while the rest of us run away from it. Like, celebrate, support, love, insightful, funny, comment, copy link in Facebook, Twitter, share, 56.8 comments. Rotary and Dahlia Arab creative writer. 1 white. Report this comment. Wonderful piece of analysis. Dr. Momina randhawa number sign love Punjab Police IYY degrees. Like. Reply. 1 reaction. Afzal but advocate that Afzal Law Associates. 5 white. Report this comment. Begs NIS use of authority by the police or any security agency against innocent peoples of the society. That's a big reason to hate and fear. Like. Reply. 1 reaction. Dr. Abid Alim Randhawa research scholar. 5 white. Report this comment. Very nice. Like. Reply. 1 reaction. Javed Mukhtar, head of legal and company secretary at CMP Limited ZNG. 5 white. Report this comment. Further to your article, I would like to add that state may give some awareness sessions through school, colleges and universities to students to understand their rights and liabilities under law, to abiding them, even with understanding to share with your families, friends, etc. This passing on process will break some kind of mindset and help how to face undue/unnecessary pressure, which creates resistance by either side. Hopefully trademark them making some sense to you. Do I trademark who I tilde s? Like. Reply. 1 reaction. Faraz Khan, corporate lawyer, Liaqua Merchant Associates LMA. 5 white. Report this comment. Good article and thumbs up for the courage to speak on such important issues. I think it's the overall malfunctioning of the policing system in our civil society that needs sound reforms from bottom to the top to prevent police becoming scapegoat. Furthermore, good policing system evolves when monetary value and remuneration of the law enforcement agencies are made/divided on equal footings. AA. Like. Reply. 1 reaction. See more comments. To view or add a comment, sign in. Sign in. Stay updated on your professional world. Sign in. By clicking continue to join or sign in, you agree to LinkedIn Euro's trademark user agreement, privacy policy, and cookie policy. New to LinkedIn. Join now. Insights from the community. Customer support. What does a police officer do? Research. How do you become a detective sergeant? Research. How do you become a detective lieutenant? Public administration. What are the most effective ways to involve the criminal justice community in public policy? Call center administration. What does a custody officer do? Philanthropy. How can you build a coalition of stakeholders to support criminal justice reform? Social work. How can technology improve criminal justice case management efficiency? Public administration. How can you use policy analysis to improve criminal justice outcomes? Staffing services. What does a probationary officer do? Career management. How do you become a forensic manager? Show more, show less. Others also viewed. Donya Euro's trademark to bow down to a dictatorial government. America is a prison disguised as paradise. John Whitehead 1 White. Breaking news at dusk. Vertical line. Salman Khan house firing case. Accused a new Japan found dead in police custody. DNA. Daily news and analysis 8 info. To catch a copper EHE shocking, disturbing and real-life gross misconduct by UK police officers. Laura Barron 11 info. Use Miranda to make your case airtight. Dennis Veneno 6Y. Searching a person without arrest. Blue 2 Gold law enforcement training 1 White. Rapid response partners with 3SI to revolutionize crime response. Rapid response monitoring 2 MO. DC. Council revises legislation on police authority for use of force. Tom Rampstack 4 Y. Police use of force. Sean Keelan 4 Y. Prince Georgia Euro's trademark county police officers face grand jury Euro's trademark criminal indictment. Tom Rampstack 4 Y. Show more, show less. Explore topics. Sales, marketing, IT services, business administration, HR management, engineering, soft skills. See all. Lincoln Copyright 2024 about accessibility, user agreement, privacy policy, cookie policy, copyright policy, brand policy, guest controls, community guidelines, OUO superscript 1 O plus minus O USO copyright Arabic a vertical line 3/4 a vertical line superscript 2 a vertical line 3/4 Bengali Atina Czech Dansk Danish Deutsch German I 1/2 I superscript 1 I Greek English spot plus minus OL Spanish UOO plus minus a superscript 3 U Persian Swami Finnish Frana base French a superscript 1 A vertical line 8 Yen Hindi Magyar Hungarian Bahasa Indonesia Indonesian Italian sense Hebrew 8 Yen AE Japanese IEI Prime Korean registered trademark A degrees A 3/4 AA Yen Euros Marathi Bahasa Malaysia Malay Netherlands Dutch North Norwegian A copyright degrees A 3/4 AA copyright Punjabi Polski Polish Portuguese Roma Sensna Romanian Henben and superscript 1 Russian Svenska Swedish A degrees A plus minus A degrees superscript 2 A plus minus A degrees A plus minus Telugu A superscript 2 A copyright A superscript 2 A superscript 1 AA cents Thai Tagalog Ta 1/4 Arki E Turkish pounds and degrees N 1/2 N degrees Ukrainian DNG via T Vietnamese C registered trademark Euros A 1/2 AA Chinese simplified A pounds EAA Chinese traditional language